Hey, what's up everybody? It's Jonathan, and wrapping up my switching from iPhone 10 to Google Pixel 2 XL, well, this is the final verdict. And I might have switched. I think I might have switched. I found a phone that I really like. I might have switched to it. You've got to find out in this video. But yeah, you know what? We'll find out. We'll find out. To the Google Pixel 2 XL's design, it's not my favorite design phone in the world. I mean, it's not that it's very poorly designed, and it's not that it's very cheap. It's just, it doesn't feel as premium as the price point might lead you to believe. It is a metal constructed device, but the coating that they put on it almost replicates like a plastic type feeling. If you want a similar feeling, just hold an egg. It pretty much feels like an eggshell, at least if you have the white one or the panda version. And speaking of panda, I absolutely love this color scheme. It kind of reminds me of the yin yang cookies that you can get at the grocery store. So in a way, every time I look at my phone, I kind of get hungry. Might be the fatness, I don't know. But yeah, it's a really cool color scheme. And I have read that if you have the black model, it actually feels different in the hand. It's more textured and provides a little bit better grip versus the white model. So just keep that in mind. If you want the added grip that comes with the black model, but you have a Panda or white Pixel 2 or Pixel 2 XL, you can pick up a skin from Colorware. I'll leave that link down below. But you could also get a case like the one you see here, which is the Google Pixel case, I guess it's called. And I think they're fantastic. I really like Google's new cases for their new Pixel devices. They're pretty cool. The overall form factor of the device is really what I have the most problem with. I like devices that kind of bevel out a little bit in the back or have some curvature. That way it fits in the palm a little bit better, especially a larger device like the Pixel 2 XL. But it doesn't really have that. Instead, it's very flat. It's easy to operate for the most part, but things that involve, reaching to the very top of the display might make you shimmy your hand like it does me. And it doesn't really offer any modes within the software to shrink the display, to manage it with one hand. So that's pretty much where I'm at with this phone. But overall, I gotta say, on a scale of 1 to 10, I would give it like a solid 7 or an 8. Another thing I really like about the Pixel 2 XL's design language is a colored button. Now I know this isn't a make it or break it type thing, but it's just nice to have a little bit more uniqueness versus other devices on the market, outside of course OnePlus, because that red toggle switch on their new white model is pretty awesome. Moving things over to the display on the Pixel 2 XL, I honestly don't know how to approach this. My display is fine. It does have some blue shift going on, but it's nowhere near as bad as other models. And there's no degradation in picture quality on my display. However, I have physically seen with my own two eyes some degradation in display quality as well as horrendous blue shifting. It's just not as prominent on my model. But I do feel that Google is starting to get a hand on this situation because from what I understand, the newer models being shipped feature an updated panel with more accurate colors, less blue shift, and of course less burn-in. But when it comes to my particular model, I really didn't have that many issues with it. I enjoyed viewing content on it, whether watching a movie or browsing websites, and the multimedia experience is awesome thanks to the front-facing speakers, which are dual stereo speakers, and they sound excellent. I wish more manufacturers would implement this on their devices because, I don't know, having directional speakers firing straight at you makes a world of a difference. So I guess having dual front-facing speakers makes up for the lack of a headphone jack. I don't know, I really don't use the headphone jack very often. I use Bluetooth headphones. And speaking of that, they do have the Pixel Buds, which are AirPod competitors. They feature Google Translate built straight into them. I haven't used them myself and I've heard mixed reviews, but if you want them, I'll leave a link in the description of this video so you can check them out. Whether I was browsing the web, looking at some social media, watching a video, listening to some music using the front-facing speakers, or even gaming, the multimedia experience on the Pixel 2 XL has been fine. And I absolutely love the device for that use. It gets a little bit warm during gameplay, but it's nothing to be alarmed about. It's not hot by any means. You can just feel a little heat back there. It's normal. But in terms of actual frame rates and performance, it functions beautifully, and you're not gonna have any issue no matter what you throw at this phone. The combination of internal specifications with software optimization is what creates the bond between user experience and overall great performance, and this phone just kills it for both. It does a fantastic job. It's not gonna let you down no matter what you plan on doing on your device. Battery life on the Pixel 2 XL for me has been great. I'm averaging between 4 to 4.5 hours of screen on time, but of course this is gonna vary based on your carrier, your location, and what you're doing on your phone. I know standby time for me has been excellent. especially for an Android device. It's been out of this world good. So when it comes to these numbers, I'm perfectly content and happy with it. And if you do need to top off quickly, it does feature fast charging, which is another major plus. Personally, I really would have liked to have seen wireless charging, especially for a device at this price point. So fingers crossed to hoping that it comes in the next iteration. So a lot of manufacturers are using facial recognition or iris scanning or something to do with your face to unlock your phone. Google played it safe, and what they did was they updated the fingerprint sensor, and it's really fast, like really, really fast. They also integrated the fingerprint scanner more into the software so that way you get even more security, and it's easier to actually access your passwords or do things using your fingerprint now. Finally, let's talk about the cameras on the Pixel 2 XL. Both cameras, the front and the back, are outstanding in terms of optical quality, but the real magic is happening within the software and the algorithms that Google is using to basically strengthen its HDR engine and also now the portrait mode feature. So Google was able to give you portrait mode without having two lenses, and you're also able to do the same portrait mode on the front-facing camera without any extra sensors. It's really cool. It's all done with software, and it's probably the best portrait mode on the market. I can guarantee you, you're not gonna be disappointed with the performance of these cameras. I mean, it is amazing. It does do a little bit over sharpening, but it's not disgusting. It's not to the point where it's bringing up the noise floor. Instead, it's really sharpening your face and the edges, making the portrait mode feature a little bit more prominent and that background separation really stand out. It does a fantastic job. Just check out some more samples, play some music, and you can look at the 4K video quality as well as these images.
Alright, so doing a quick front-facing camera test of the Pixel 2 XL. I'm near a fairly busy street, so if you hear cars in the background, I'm actually just doing how well the Pixel can separate my voice from the external noise. So let me know in the comment section what you guys think.
Alright guys, so let's wrap this thing up and bring it on home. As an iPhone 10 user, switching to the Google Pixel 2 XL has almost been a breath of fresh air. I love the customization that comes with Android. I love the cameras. The dual front-facing speakers are second to none. Even though the iPhone 10 does not disappoint in terms of its audio quality, front-facing speakers and directional audio is definitely the way to go. The display on the Pixel 2 XL cannot compete with the iPhone 10, period. The notch at the top of the iPhone 10 is more distracting than the bezels on the Google Pixel 2 XL, but in terms of color rendering and just accuracy in general, viewing angles, all the normal stuff, the iPhone 10 is hands down the winner there. But overall, am I disappointed that I switched from the iPhone 10 to the Google Pixel 2 XL? Absolutely not. Will you be? Probably not. I mean, it is a little bit difficult if you are deeply embedded into iOS to switch to Android, but Google is making it easier and easier with apps like Files Go, which is basically an AirDrop replacement for Android. So yeah guys, that's the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, drop me a thumbs up. If you have any questions, hit me up on social or leave me a comment down below and I'll respond as quickly as possible. If you're not subscribed, go ahead and do so. If you already are subscribed, make sure you turn on those notifications so you can be alerted when new content drops. And of course, I'll talk to you in the next one.